the sleeve mean? I straight up press them, something like a steam clean. Yo, we the dream team. Check out the slam like you was Mean Gene. Bodies on the set, I leave the scene clean. Nowadays they took hating and made it cool. I play it cool like Dame Dash and paid in full. That talk major bull, but couldn't swallow a plate full. A fool for thought, so flavorful. Arkansas, wicked in the city. Kiki never loved me, she busy doing the shiggy. I leave him dizzy, you probably thought I slid him a Mickey. Following my footsteps might tear your Achilles, silly. 1,000,000 watts on the drop, what I'm putting out. Veteran stamp, you living off your rookie clout. Talk money on the wood, good looking out. The flow like a sniper shot, took your woofers out.
We are here for AMO Wrestling. AMO Wrestling. Our final pay-per-view before a small break, and we are starting off tonight with your AMO Wrestling Tag Team Championships on the line. Coming to the ring first is one half of your challenging team. He is BT Bobby Man. And his tag team partner, the illustrious Coda Riley.
Keep a secret if one of them is dead. Why do you smile like you've been told a secret? Now you're telling lies, cause you have sworn to keep it. But no one keeps a secret. No one keeps a secret. Why, when we do our darkest deeds, do we tell? They burn in our brains, become a living hell. Cause everybody tells. Got a secret, can you keep it? Swear this one you'll save. Better lock it in your pocket, taking this one to the grave. And I'll show you that I know you won't tell what I said. Cause two can keep a secret if one of them is dead. Look into my eyes, now you're getting sleepy. Are you hypnotized by secrets that you're keeping? I know what you're keeping. I know what you're keeping. Got a secret, can you keep it? Swear this one you'll save. Better lock it in your pocket, taking this one to the grave. And I'll show you that.
And their opponents, and your AMO Wrestling Tag Team Champions. They are the tag team of the Brass Bear, Goro Mori, and the Human Hangover, Mr. Natty Light Heavyweight.
Dinner's ready.
And Prince Pregame, Mike Rummy. Title presentation. One of these two teams going to be walking out either still or new AMO Wrestling Tag Team Champions. This is our first matchup of the evening. We have 9 more matches on tap here tonight. 4 of which being title matches for themselves, 2 of which actually featuring unsigned people versus AMO talent. Door is fully open as we have Hinote Tanaka versus Ichi and Isabella Ventura. The CUH Hall of Famer herself versus Melody Psycho. But all of that to come after, as Goro and Rummy always looking to have a fun time, looking to get this match out of the way and get back and start pounding a few back, doing whatever they want. Rummy starting off Luthez, hammering away at the face of BT. And oh, punch straight to the face. Mike Rummy has had an extremely successful AMO Wrestling career so far. Of course, Big Ounce not at ringside for this matchup, and we'll be back here soon. As we have already fallen to the outside for this matchup. If this is your first time watching AMO Wrestling, welcome. This is a hoot. But now Kota Riley tagging in. I feel like this match, a very large part, is almost a battle of friendships. Like we've seen kind of Kota putting his body on the line, sort of being able to defend his partners. They both seemingly have a similar goal. But I don't know if it can necessarily level the same as the Pit Crew's love for one another. As Goro heavy-handed as always, and now rolling through with the senton. Kota always a masterful limb technician. One of a part of it, arguably dying breed. Does so in such a unique perspective. It's not only is he trying to break your arms and legs, but just looking up and looking across and seeing this sort of demon paint across from you is something that is a psychological thing. I think you can possibly argue the same thing for Rummy, is looking over and just seeing that angelic perm sprawled across the faces. Now Mike Rummy. Rummy still on a roll right now. Showing his own limb work. And now Kota sprawled out on the ground. And oh, schoolboy powerbomb by Mike Rummy. Taking this opportunity to beat his chest, getting him back up on his feet. And oh, we could possibly be looking for that Frick Buster, sending him into the corner. Instead, going big body splash, comes up missing Kota O'Reilly. In control, but only for a brief moment, sent back into the corner. It's going to be a tug of war between these two teams as Mike Rummy stares down his opponent. And out of the corner he comes, straight into the Frick Buster by Mike Rummy. 1, 2, but no. BT able to drop kick it, but Goro sending him out to the apron, giving Kota the moment to get back in control of this matchup. Mike Rummy back in control, following BT's hot tag, and oh, BT almost fighting Ghost as Rummy hits that sling blade. Schoolboy using that strength once again into that power bomb. 1, 2. No, only the 2 count. One thing about Mike Rummy, no, Mike Rummy possibly looking for that Frick Buster once again. Mike Rummy talking about his training. Didn't really train in a technical school like many of the other people that like Goro had before he started training in the mountains. But instead, BT driver dropping him down on his head. Decided to train almost exclusively on trampolines in his friends' backyards. Between that and the high school weight room, that is how you get the physical expertise of Mike Rummy, and backbreaker into that side leg sweep. Oh, but Rummy off the ropes, big shoulder tackle. Swinging wildly is BT as he gets planted. And going overdrive. Speaking of overdrive, reminds us 4-count partnership. We are part of a 4-count partnership with COH and their 2 separate brands there, being Honorbound and, well, not, let me correct myself, Overdrive and Rise, as well as Fireball and our Pro, Relentless Pro. If you have not checked any of those guys out, please do so. More Fireball content will be coming to the channel soon, as they are working on their broadcasting deals. They're going to be doing a lot of very cool pay-per-views. As their next one is going to be crowning their intermediate, no, that's not the term. Going to be a major tournament on their next pay-per-view, crowning the champion. But oh, BT going wide. Rummy ducking underneath, catching the punch. You hear the ref counting on the outside. At a count of 9 as both men just absolutely slugging it out on the outside. Quick tag now. And no, Rummy catching. Into that dragon suplex. Back inside the ring, Kota. Super kick connecting. But rolls all the way through. And oh! Mike Rummy with that drop toe hold. Getting him up. Dropping crunchy. Frick Buster for the 2 count. As Rummy. Goro, 2-on-1, belly to belly. Ref gonna have to Goro a warning for that one, but at this point I feel like that might just be well deserved. And Mike Rummy already calling Kota back up on his feet, might be looking for a second, third of the match. Frick Buster, 1, 2. No! And Kota standing sliced bread. Kick to the head though. As now Rummy grabbing him a 3rd times the charm. Stacking it up. Nuts in his face for the 3 count. Goro pounding down BT. But Mike Rummy and Goro Mori, the pit crew, are still your AMO Wrestling Tag Team Champions.
Dinner's ready.
What a match. It is time to get the celebrations, the best friends, best buddies, and still champions as we move on to our next matchup of the evening. The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Coming to the ring first. Coming out of exit 13, he is Donovan McNeil.
Said I was finished and Father Time was to blame. You disrespected my legacy and threw dirt on my name. Told DJs he's over, he ain't spitting the same. What he says is irrelevant, hip-hop culture has changed. When I walk in the room, young boys look at me strange, as if I am a relic from some long forgotten game. It makes my blood boil, turns my eyes to flames. I built an empire, they tried to kick me out in the rain. So I called on an inner power, it's hard to explain. It's like the Holy Spirit utilizing hip-hop slang. I'm beyond the gold grills and logos on chains. Just see, I changed rap forever. I elevated the game, launched the greatest.
And his opponent, he is the Chilean God, Richard Corvo.
De una manera en que ningún otro lado se ve. Unidos fuertes como un puño, hermano, nos mantiene el rap. Esta es la unión verdadera. Na 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 na. Yeah. Si te dicen que es poco real, ¿con qué fundamento es? Nada te satisface, entonces ¿qué va a proponer? Otro hater de internet, esta letra libre fe. Fehaciente es el nivel, suelta gente, afírmense. No por tener más cifras va a ser un ídolo. Tú quieres poner muros como Trump en la frontera de México. Y en el hip hop, lo primero el respeto, lo segundo no envidiar a nadie, y luego hacer algo en concreto. Porque mierda fingen tanto siempre frente al mic. Solo quieren ser más Fiji, son de Fisher Price. Yo, liderar no es liberarse, criticar hoy no te hará parecer interesante. Se trata de unión, constancia y rigor, trabajo. Sabes que estás de sobra o a consulta de los pacos. Si obvias este concepto, tú estás ciego de hace rato. Perdí la fe en Dios, pero el hip hop es un milagro.
No creo mucho en Dios, pero este es el nivel. Siento cosas por el hip hop que no puedo ni entender. Como puedo creer en algo que no puedo ver. Y ahí recuerdo que amo el rap aunque no me da de comer. Porque qué sería de mí sin un papel y un boli para tatuarle con amor lo que susurra el timonel. Porque yo vengo de ron a granel, de vender discos a los chumas para poder comprar la aceite a María Esther. Yo no pienso olvidar el chamaco aquel que rapió en Alamar, la madriguera y hasta en el café de Ariel. La causa 2 estaba sonando well porque en la unión está la fuerza. Que sería de Cervantes sin Miguel.
La palabra es peligrosa, el uso debe ser prudente. La gente tiene que unirse, ser un poco más consciente. La solución no va a traerla un presidente, por el bien de nuestros hijos menos.
2 men ready to go at it. They're both heavy contenders in that pure wrestling tournament, and coming out the other side of the break, these two men might just be #1 contenders despite or depending on the result of this matchup here, as Richard Corvo sending McNeil into the corner, but McNeil moving out of the way quick enough and catching Corvo, hanging him up on the top rope. Going for that kick, caught by Corvo. Moving out of the way, big forearm strike. Corvo, both men known for their brutal nature. I think you might see a little more of the technical ground game from McNeil, but that does not excuse just how hard this man hits in every single capacity. Both sides are gonna walk out bruised, bloodied, beaten, and sit down into the cover, but no, not even the one there. Kick to the back, and you can see McNeil back up on his feet, rushing at him, falling into the trap. That's one thing that's also you're going to have to worry about. And the disrespect from Corvo was just the mind games between both. You got to play the mentality, the mental side of the game as well. I think McNeil sort of let it slide right there, has been able to recover quite nicely in the rest of this matchup so far. Gonna see how this continues as the sort of ideology that both men sort of hold dear. You know, you see dudes who wrestle and they don't necessarily have that dedicated ideology when it comes to how they walk into a match. Guys like Big Saucy, guys like Mike Rummy, who come and they're entertained and they're good and they're strong and they're sportsmen. These two men are absolutely sportsmen through and through. They train, they compete, they combat one another back and forth. Now, no way is better than the other, but right now, Fisherman Buster by Donovan McNeil trying to show us that while one side might not necessarily be better, it is more effective as he picks up that 2 count. That's calling Corvo back up on his feet, might be looking for that Koji clutch. Gets him down and hooks it in tight. As Corvo been trying to work on that ground game. An incredible striker, learns that from many of the people in his family. You got Carlos Corvo, Richard Corvo, all of La Familia, known heavily all throughout Chile and nationally now in the States for their striking expertise. And Donovan McNeil understands that and knows how he needs to execute this matchup if he's looking to win, and has been doing so very effectively right now, getting him down on the ground and into the corner. Bulldog getting him back up on his feet. No, possibly looking pile driver, but instead Richard Corvo powering him up and now possibly looking brute force straight through the chest. Into the cover. 2. No. Just the 2 count. Possibly looking for the end off the ropes, but sent through the other side. But Corvo up to the top rope. Always catches his opponent off guard when he's able to connect with that picture perfect double axe handle, but still able to strike while the iron is hot. Corvo slowing down the pace a little bit, getting it on the ground. And oh, those sounds of those elbows reaching the jaw of Richard Corvo. But Corvo's trying to stay in control, getting that body shot in. Back elbow, getting the separation and just using it to chop him down. Big steam of momentum now. Brute force once again. McNeil kick out of this one. But yes, finding the way to do so. Trying to squeeze through. And now McNeil looking for a unique submission, not his typical Koji clutch, but still possibly effective as Corvo barely able to fight out of that one. But since he gets that separation, trying to capitalize here as McNeil meets back some heavy strikes, but Corvo sending him to the ground. Catching that shot once again, back up to his feet. DDT! Setting him up and working in on the arm. Knee positioned right into the spine, into that vertebrae of Richard Corvo, making it extremely uncomfortable to try to fight out of it. You just end up hurting yourself more. But Corvo sweeps the leg into the corner. He's not really been able to connect with that elbow drop. As you can see, McNeil still fighting all the way through, wearing down. Stiff elbow shot. As he gets Richard back on his feet, going down, moving all the way over. Koji clutch locked in. And Corvo has no other option but to tap out. And your winner this evening is Donovan McNeil. Donovan McNeil has a lot of associates, one of which being the current women's champion, Tilly Barker. Gonna have to see if that could possibly be a prelude to what can happen here tonight. And what can be the future for his other associates in Dante Ashford and Joshua Lockhart. As of right now, we move on to our next matchup of the evening.
The same. What he says is irrelevant. Hip-hop culture has changed. When I walk in the room, young boys look at me strange, as if I am a relic from some long forgotten game. It makes my blood boil, turns my eyes to flames. I built an empire, they tried to kick me out in the rain. So I called on an inner power, it's hard to explain. It's like the Holy Spirit, you the...
We are Sex Bob, and we're here to make you
The following contest is a triple threat matchup scheduled for one fall. Coming to the ring first, she is one half of Angel Dust. She is Eve Stokes. And her opponent, she is rowdy. She is Roxanne Elkins. And the final participant in this matchup, she is Ultra Violet Selena Violet.
This world is forcing me to hold your hand.
second out of 3 women's matches. No, the first of 3, my bad. First of 3 triple threat. Also on the card, Isabella Ventura versus Melody Psycho, as well as Tilly Barker versus Maria Garcia for the AMO Women's Championship. We talked about the first match earlier. Had 2 stuck in my mind because of that. And now this matchup fully underway. And Eve and Selena on their feet, and Roxanne joining them back now. All 3 of these women former champions. I believe Selena still might be the longest reigning champion in our company's history. Oh, jumping all the way back around. Roxanne takes out Selena for the moment, getting her back up on her feet. Eve in a headlock position. It's been interesting to see how this women's roster has been able to develop over the past 2 years, from not even existing to having women like Eve, women like Selena, women like Roxanne. Still a relatively small division. Going to be a point to grow. But even with only the small roster that we have, we still have been able to bring in people like Isabella Ventura for a match and have 3 matches on a pay-per-view dedicated to women's action. Coming back from this break, it's going to be interesting to see who is able to sort of grab those brass rings and who is going to be able to walk away with momentum beforehand. Could be a big moment for Angel Dust, having 2 matches, both of which not for the title. And Eve Stokes with a unique suicida. I believe going through the bottom rope, rolling through and taking out Roxanne, as Roxanne now gotten back up on her feet. She can hear the fans show their admiration, despite what their feelings might be towards Melody and Eve, as Angel does. All 3 women putting it all on the line in this matchup. Eve has rolled out. The 2 other women are fighting on the outside now. Trying to get her back up on her feet. And Eve walking over there, trying to scout, figure out what her next move should be. It's one of the major dangers of a triple threat match like this, is you always have to watch your 12 and your 6. As right now, Eve looking to wand dart into the middle turnbuckle. Going for the cover now on Roxanne. 1, 2, just a 2. Now Eve and Selena teeing off Still a early kick out. Selena corner to corner. Oh, going for that big super kick boot. But Roxanne moving out of the way, catching Selena off guard. Now into a quick cover. Kick out. Getting her up on her feet. And oh, Selena jumping. Into that neck breaker. Roxanne still on the outside onto the apron. One. No. Still holding on to that control in this matchup. Selena just rolling outside. Roxanne sending her off the ropes though, looking for that big super kick. As I think this matchup might not be beneficial for Roxanne because of her unique striking ability. Doesn't really dictate keeping other people outside. Of course, I believe she actually might have won or AMO Women's title in a triple threat. Oh, Eve taking her up, slamming her down hard. Now covering Selena. Still a 2, as these women have been putting absolutely everything they can on the line. Selena over into the corner with Eve getting that boot. Truth might have gone flying after that kick, and another boot, this time lower turnbuckle. And only a 2 count. Roxanne back inside the ring. It's just the 2 still. But Roxanne looking for red lights on Selena. Oh, going, no, missing. Selena running through that red light. Sending her over to the corner. And a kick to the midsection into the choke. And oh, rolling out of the ring, Eve finding that opportunity to capitalize. Could this be it? Bittersweet ending, middle of the ring, but no, just a 2 count as Selena finding that way to kick out. As this matchup continues on here. Selena sends Eve to the outside right. As Roxanne gets back in, possibly looking for that Dragon Sleeper, rolls back through. As the two women still inside. Back elbows, trying to get that point of separation. Drop kick. No, just a 2 count there. After that flurry of offense. Going in for the knee. Eve now back inside the ring. Getting caught. Selena back body drop. And back to the outside Eve goes. All three women in the ring, Eve and Selena, not down. Roxanne in firm control. Step through monkey flip. Just a 2 count, of course. Triple threat. Rope breaks not in effect. Now Selena and Roxanne toe to toe in the corner. And still Selena showing the feisty nature of this matchup. Now sending Eve over into the corner as well. Up on her feet. Back and forth now, Eve in position, German. It's now just Eve and Roxanne in the ring. Long dart, but no, Roxanne fighting out. Going for that drop kick, Selena back inside the ring. Said it could be any woman for herself at this point in the matchup. Selena with the takedown. And now Ultraviolet locked in. Is Roxanne gonna have to tap out? Eve knocked out on the outside. Roxanne just has to keep fighting to not give up right now. And having to do so as now Selena. No, Roxanne bites. Big clubbing shots in the corner. And sending her back and forth. Big boot to Roxanne. As Selena able to hit that combination, but no, Eve finding that opportunity, ideally planting Selena on the ground. 1, 2, 3, and Eve Stokes steals one. Eve has stole the victory. I am a little stunned here tonight. Eve able to pick up the victory over Selena and Roxanne. Knocked out, coming in, ideal opportunity and hitting bittersweet ending. But we have to move on now to our next matchup of the evening. The following contest is a revolver gauntlet match. Coming to the ring first, he is the Franklin Stein Monster, Luke Franklin. And entering this matchup at number 2, John Willikers, the king of father style. Two big boys starting this matchup off. As John Willikers starting with some strikes and now slap by Luke Franklin, trying to take him down, but John Willikers putting that father strength on display, kicking him up. And taking him back down. This, of course, if you have not seen a Revolver Gauntlet matchup before, the rules are as follows. Every 5 minutes, another person will enter this matchup. You can eliminate your opponent in the ring. You will go until there is no one remaining, or only one remaining. It's essentially like a rumble, but instead of a rumble and tossing somebody over the top rope, you have to pin or submit instead of a minute or a minute and a half. It is 5. The winner of this matchup, while we are on the topic, is actually going to be guaranteed a future title opportunity once we get back from break. Could be very big changes in momentum based off of this matchup here alone, as John Willikers getting Luke Franklin, tossing him over the top of his head. And while you might be watching this matchup and saying that drawing a 1 or 2 is cursed, it is terrible. It's not going to help out at all. I believe we have actually had more winners from these two spots than 4 and 5. So we might be looking at the winner right here and now, as 2 minutes have already gone off the clock. John Willikers setting Luke Franklin up on the ropes. And into the count, but only a quick one. As he King of Father style. Dropping him neck first. And now a Beal toss over top of his head. Arm take down. And oh, Luke Franklin just tossing John Willikers. Of course, another aspect of the matchup that you are going to see in only 2 minutes. It's not a rumble in the sense of trying to pop it. No, pop-up powerbomb. 1, 2. No, it's not necessarily a rumble in the sense of let me run in and let me just disrupt the matchup. The match is actually loosely restarted. Meaning that you will go back to your corner before we continue this matchup. As Luke Franklin, deep headlock in of John Willikers. Into cover, but only for the one. Willikers dropping him back down. A minute left to go. If he wants to keep this matchup as a one-on-one. Hooking the leg tight. 1, 2. No, just the 2 count. But a good count to start off the match with. Leg scissors in deep. Willikers in the dominant position with only 10 seconds left. He might just be waiting to see who that third participant is. There's Luke Franklin grabbing him belly to belly. And Dazilla makes his way out here into the Revolver Gauntlet match. Both men having to get back up and back to their corner as Dazilla is a absolute freak. The kaiju himself.
Get the fuck up. Simon says, get the fuck up. Throw your hands in the sky. Losers in the back sipping yak, yo, what's up? Girls, rub on your titty. Yeah.
The most weird audio. But now 5 minutes reset. We're seeing over half the field with only 2 men left. Doing this on our anniversary show as an homage to the first ever Revolver Gauntlet match that happened on the first ever AMO Wrestling pay-per-view. Wizard of Ooze. This matchup between these 3 men could very much change how they handle the future. Their title opportunities on the line. So, of course, we saw Dazilla in contention for that junior heavyweight title, which will be defended later tonight. Of course, we've also seen John Willikers fight for that pure title, I believe, as well as the world. I don't know if he wants to necessarily bite off the full world here. You could also see tag teams come out, possibly. Could be a huge night for so many different people in this matchup. As we are already back down to what is 3 minutes left. As we are going to see if we can fight and get an elimination before the fourth participant comes out. As John Willikers falls to the outside of the ring. Oh, blistering uppercut, knee strike there. Pop-up punch there, knocking loose. All of the brain, everything, just reeling after some of these strikes that all three of these men are throwing at each other. Now Dazilla come berating in. Luke Franklin breaking up the pin in a somewhat uncharacteristic manner. And now Dazilla up on his shoulders, looking for that torture rack, but no, Luke Franklin doing whatever it takes, sending Dazilla off the ropes, powerbomb. All the way down into the cover, but no. Dazilla finding a way to kick out, and woo! Luke Franklin with a head of steam. Going for that powerbomb once again, but caught this time by Willikers in. To that standing moonsault. Dad strength on display, 40 seconds left on the clock. One, two, no. And now Willikers getting Dazilla up, but Dazilla laying in stiff. Up torture rack position, spinning him around. But as soon as he gets that spin in, it is time for our fourth participant to come out here. Chandler Finch, the man himself. One half of the grind could have options if he were to win this matchup. One man left to come out. Dazilla immediately Uranagi onto Luke Franklin as Chandler Finch toe to toe. This has been Chandler Finch. This is not his first, but he has been very successful in matches very similar to this. Even bigger matches all the way back to World War X winning. We're down to the... Still no eliminations in this matchup. Franklin getting back inside the ring, possibly looking over at John Willikers. It's going to be interesting to see who is the first elimination in this matchup, as Chandler Finch now taking the opportunity to almost switch, it seems, getting on the side, with Dazilla starting to throw some strikes there. Luke Franklin, John Willikers are the workhorses of this matchup. So far, I believe this is they're going on 15 minutes in the ring together. Ooh, strike there by John Willikers. Caught Dazilla, but Luke Franklin with the drop kick takes both of them out. Luke Franklin back up on his feet. Back and forth again with John Willikers. They might have to figure out a way to settle this once and for all between the two of them. And now Luke Franklin diving, not fully making it over the top rope almost, and takes out Dazilla. And just the 2 count as Luke Franklin and Dazilla still fighting on the outside. What an absolute jump of faith. Down to a minute and a half before our last participant comes out. It's Luke Franklin, Chandler Finch, Dazilla, and John Willikers all still alive. As Dazilla pop up power bomb. Gets the 2 count. Willikers goes to the outside. Franklin gonna take this last minute to either eliminate or to continue the punishment on to Dazilla. 1, 2, and oh, big splash there by John Willikers on the outside to Chandler Finch. Now Dazilla getting him up, torture rack position, spinning him out onto the mat for the cover. 1, 2, and still just a 2 count. As I don't know how often you can get hit by so many maneuvers, so many moves, and still dish them out like that dragon suplex. That has not been a limit we have had to find yet. And now, the final participant in the matchup, Bryce Canyon, one half of the race. Big surprise here. Having to wait for that reset of the match. Bryce gonna take his sweet time. And we now have all 5 men in the matchup. Only one of these men are going to be able to walk out. Of course, no clock. This will go until we have one person remaining. Cover right off the bat. Ref not fully aware of it. One, but no. Quick kick out there from Dazilla. He was just resting until he could hear that ref hit for the 1 count. Now Dazilla with the takedown, trying to stomp out. Like caught dragon screw by Chandler Finch and slamming the leg back down. Now Luke Franklin, John Willikers, and Dazilla, the first 3, still getting chippy with one another. It's a continuation, that continuity that I think I enjoy about this matchup. So that those grudges you find early on oftentimes hold with you until one of you are left. Dazilla going big for that spear, caught by Chandler Finch into the DDT, catching him once again, getting him up. That power bomb on display. 2, 3, and Dazilla is gone. He got caught by Chandler Finch as we have our first elimination. Dazilla putting up an incredible fight throughout these past couple of weeks. Just because he didn't win this match does not mean he won't win some matches in the future. But just got caught at the wrong place, wrong time. As now John Willikers, Luke Franklin coming out 1 and 2 respectively, or 2 and 1 based off of that order. Chandler Finch, Bryce Canyon, the 4 men that are left in this matchup here. Oh no! Man down DDT onto Luke Franklin, but no! Grabbing a hold of the ropes and using it to kick out with authority. As Willikers still just making the smaller of the men in this matchup pancakes on the apron as Chandler Finch, big drop kick there. Luke Franklin. For a second, I thought he might be looking for one of those dangerous dives yet again, this time on the Chandler Finch. Instead, holding off, going to the outside and bringing Chandler back in on his own accord as they see the two bigger of opponents in control. Chandler Finch sending Luke Franklin back in, however, getting some of those big strikes in, pulling him back up to his feet. Double underhook. Man down DDT. 2. And still just a 2 count as Luke Franklin has eaten I don't know how many shots to the head, shots to the body, shots to the legs at this point in this matchup. That's the thing about surviving. If you come out early in this matchup, you have to be willing to take everything and to last. As you can see Luke Franklin calling Chandler Finch up on his feet. Into the corner. Wondering what he's going to set up for here. But no, Chandler Finch sending him out into his own corner, moving out of the way. Headbutt sending him to the ropes. Irish whip, big kitchen sink. Into the leg sweep. And now Luke Franklin decides to pull that out of his bag of tricks yet again. Getting him back up on his feet. Everybody is on the outside. It's anybody's game. Luke Franklin getting him up. Package pile driver to the outside. And Luke Franklin still finding a way to fight. Same with Bryce and John on the outside. Competition heating up no matter where you are. As Chandler Finch got caught, but luckily it was right place, right time. As now calling for Luke Franklin, man down! John Williker still just flattening everybody in his path, but 2, 3, and Chandler Finch getting his second elimination. We are now down 2-3. Either Chandler Finch with 2 eliminations. Bryce Canyon, 1/2 of the race, or the King of Father style. John Willikers. Right now on the outside we have the race versus the grind. Right now, the 2 smaller of the men taking this opportunity to almost team up, trying to take out John Willikers despite their differences that I know that these 2 teams have had and will continue to have. I think they kind of have this idea of battling it out one-on-one. Winner gets future tag team title shots for them and their partners, of course. The grind coming up short in the finals of the Tag Ghost tourneys. some point they're going to need to get back inside the ring so they can focus on who and what exactly is going to be eliminated first, as this complete scramble will have to dissipate. Willikers walking, taking a unique approach, almost telling them to figure it out and to call him, but instead I think he's just going to have to get involved on the outside now, as maybe we finally have reached a point. Everybody's back inside the ring, bitter, inbound, but no, Bryce Canyon wants this satisfaction of possibly eliminating Chandler Finch by himself. Grabbing the leg, takedown now. And the submission locked in by John Willikers. Wrenching on the back, that lion tamer. But, you know, knowing John Willikers, it's more of a child tamer. Trying to just get all of your kids together. Big German. And now into another submission. Look here. But no, Chandler Finch looking for that man down DDT onto Bryce Canyon, looking for it again. Broken up and reversed. And now, John Willikers sort of in an awkward situation. Atomic drop by Chandler Finch. He's looking to focus in on Bryce Canyon. And that power bomb, 1, 2, kick out at 2. John Willikers getting him back up on his feet. He might be looking for Bryce Canyon as well. As Canyon rolls to the outside. Finch, big suplex there to John Willikers. He is in a daze. Setting him up on his feet, but no, uppercut instead. Going for that knockdown, that shoulder check, met by the knee. And Chandler Finch finally get a third elimination in this matchup. And does! Well, he connects. Is that going to be enough? And no, John Willikers actually kicks out at 2. Bryce Canyon. Back inside the ring. What is he looking for here? What's Chandler Finch getting ready to look for? Gets away from the wrist. Sends Finch into the corner. And oh, spear. I think he was going for that Panama Sunrise. Instead, Willikers decide to cut him through with a spear for the 3 count. We are now down to Bryce Canyon and John Willikers. One of these 2 men, as now Bryce sending him over into the corner. We might be looking for a Panama Sunrise as it connects. 1, 2, 3. Bryce Canyon wins it for the race. And will have his choice now. Chandler Finch might have been the MVP of the match, taking up as many eliminations as he can. But Bryce Canyon wins it for the race, or for himself. He will get to choose, but for now we move on to our next matchup of the evening. The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Coming to the ring first, he is the Mountain, known as Ichi. And his opponent, making his AMO Wrestling debut, Hinata Tanaka. This is a battle of a different generation. Both men, fathers. Ichi's son currently resides over in Japan working for Fireball Pro. You might know Tanaka's son as Matsuda Tanaka. This is Hinata's first matchup following the debut of Shogun, which actually has both of these men's sons involved, in which Matsuda decided to take out his father. But since that door is open, this was a perfect opportunity to show everybody. Ichi started to go for that rolling elbow. Just exactly what it was like back in their prime. These two men, first time fighting off here in an AMO Wrestling ring. But now, Tanaka with the upper hand. Big boot to the face, but the Mountain does not move and sends him to the outside. up to a 2 count as Ishii sends him over in the corner, gets him out. Shin breaker into that back suplex. As now Ishii working it all the way in. That abdominal stretch and seated. I think there is a certain level to having it from the seated position because it's so much harder. You can't get that vertical base. You can't shift as easily. You have to just sort of use your arms and use your legs. But Tanaka able to free himself. Gets Ishii up on his feet now, possibly looking, tossing him. Thought he might be looking for that brain buster. Now Ishii trying to get back in control here. Ishii hyperextending that shoulder and that elbow, trying to make the entire arm completely useless. Tanaka calling it back up on his feet now. Big rolling elbow. Absolutely drops Ishii down into the cover, only getting a 2 count. Somewhat surprised considering the sustainable amount of time in between. I feel like the impact and the cover, but Ishii now back in momentum. Tanaka has been fully able to find that way, find that ends, find that means to counter the very ingenuitive offense of Ishii. I know I can say that. We see a lot of hybrids, but Ishii, especially in his old age, or older age, I wouldn't say Ichii's old by any means. I don't think either of these men necessarily are. But still, being able to keep up with those drop kicks, being able to keep up with as many different styles and forms that Ishii can keep up with. As now you see Ishii looking to go from the peak to the valley. Dropping him down into the cover. 1, 2. And just a 2 count there. Ishii gonna have to find another way if he's looking to get that 3 count. Tanaka back up on his feet though, trying to ride everything. And now getting Ishii up, stalling in the air. Brain buster, picture perfect. I'm going to hold him up in the air a little bit longer to make sure he can drop him as vertical as he possibly can and does. As now ref in position 2, but just the 2 count there. A trade of 2s as now Tanaka back in a decent enough position. Staring off, Ishii getting him power slam. And body slamming him, sit out. Back elbow there, and now burning hammer drops down. Cover once again. 2. As Ishii bleeding from the face at this point. You can see Tanaka. Of course, both of these 2 men, not only are they fathers, are they, current day wrestlers now. They're also extremely talented trainers. Ishii hope training along with the likes of Tiger Mask, while Tanaka has the Tanaka Academy, which is known for training his son, helping out Ichikai. Both incredible in those aspects, can teach and can deliver so many styles. So hard to train against either of these two men. But right now, Ichi still being able to find a way despite everything that's been thrown at him in this matchup so far. And a kick out. Gonna have to find another means. That's all that entails, is finding another means. And oh, that rolling elbow once again. Flipping him over. Into the cover too. No! 2.99. I'd say repeating, but that's just 3. Oh, Ichi. Innovative takedown. Catching Tanaka off guard, going for a chop, caught with a punch, chopped back and forth. Ichi on the ropes, sent off. Oh, and going missing with that double axe handle, but no. Ichi runs back at him. Exchanging chops once again. Grabbing the arm of Ichi. Fighting out from underneath. Pump handle. Back suplex. As now Ichi looking to wear and tear on the legs. Ichi's known for having bad knees. I think anybody over the age of 25 has bad knees nowadays, but Ichi worse for wear, trying to claw back in this matchup as Tanaka once again now calling him up to his feet. But Ichi reversal. Hurricane Rana takedown from the big man. Wipes some blood from his face. Into the cover now. 1, 2. No, just another 2 count. And now calling him back up on his feet. Double underhook. And plants him. Ichi for the win. 1, 2, 3. And Ichi picks up the victory here tonight. Incredible matchup between these two Japanese legends here in the AMO Wrestling ring. It's going to be interesting to see just how these two men work together, possibly work separately. How they continue on from here. As Ichi wins tonight. As we now move on to our next matchup of the evening. following contest is scheduled for one fall and will be defended under pure wrestling rules. Coming to the ring first is your challenger this evening. He is the Kaiser, Tristan Silva.
Raul, you heard me? Macho, Jigga Brown, JB, Charlie Rock, LD, Remy Mark, Soundboy, turn it up right here, man. I'm your idol, your highest title, numero uno. Yes, I'm Puerto Rican and I speak it so that you know. Storm, yeah, that's the idea. Leave that leaking from ear to ear. Listen here, young Brahmin, your end is near. They probably find your body at the end of the pier. Must be crazy to mistaking me for folklore. I put the 80 to your baby, man, I told y'all. With cracks like and with crack. One, pull of the pipe or push your way back. You hate that. Look, we stay strapped with crook from way back that took the game back. You shook, remain fat, top of the world. Stop knocking the girl, she in the drop, already rock, locking the burl. Fish scalp the hair on, live well from here on. $500,000 your grill, of course we bear on. Sticking that this rap is just word. Till I pull up in they curve, pull a desert bird. They clear the block in no time. Get off my stop talk and get your own shine up. Take a look in my life and you can see that I'm from the Bronx where it's known to hear the heat clap. Y'all need a nigga like me to point your fingers at. So stop hating on the dawn, you know you need crack.
I'm an angel / demon.
And his opponent, he is your pure wrestling champion. And he is on Demon Time. He is Chris Midas.
A lot of demon, 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 a lot of demon.
When I was 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4, I knew I was a special one who had a little more. And they wondered why I was plumb rotten to the core. It was nothing but an itty bitty demon.
There's a demon inside of me, can I kill it? Hell no. Can I kill it? Hell no. Can I kill it? Hell no. There's a demon inside of me, can I kill it? Hell no. Can I kill it? Hell no. Can I kill it? Hell no. Yo, it make me wanna drink a lot. Go up in the pink with knot. This the reason I ain't at ease and currently on the brink of pop. This the reason I sit at the window with the millie wishing a nigga gon' come break in. It is the reason I be freaking a woman deep in love and making her silly because I done make friends. It is the reason I bang. It is definitely the reason I slang. Distributed the cane. The reason I'm super soaking in the pain and starting to love it. It's wanting to give me way more of it. They want me to lug it through the mud and dust. The reason with happy people I'm disgusted. I'm talking about those things that make you do bad things. Living the evil up in the fast lane. Making me wanna have a wicked persona, beating the hell up out of people, making me mad, man. Gave me the gun when I ran up in dealers in 9th grade with a slight range. I was ice age. Another reason Tekanina won't have any light days. Voted me the king of darkness. Voted me to be really heartless. All up in my spirit they march. They making me start sparking at the targets. Woke up today I was steaming. Cause when I found out I was not dreaming. Because the host that influenced me the most was a goddamn demon. Demon.
When I was 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4, I knew.
This contest is for your AMO Wrestling Pure Championship. This is your first time watching a Pure Wrestling matchup. It is essentially just like most other wrestling matches you have ever watched, except the only way to win is by knockout or submission. In this matchup, I'd say Tristan Silva, the challenger, more known for his submission technical abilities, can still knock you out in a heartbeat. While your champ, Chris Midas, I think is a little more on the vice versa side of things. While he can knock you out or can tap you out, he is more likely to knock you out with some of his extreme elbows. He's a connoisseur, if you will. An elbow purist. But as the ref presents them to the titles for possibly their last time holding it in their possession, we get ready to have this match fully underway. And there's the bell, and Midas charging off the gate with a lariat. Soccer ball kick to the back, and he's just trying to piece together any sort of offense he can. He knows the tank of Tristan Silva is very big. He had to wear it through once before, and that was in a triple threat. He essentially has to do 2 people's worth of damage. But in a similar sense, Tristan Silva has to look at that when it comes to Midas as well. Midas not having the most grand luck out of everybody as of late, having to go up against people like John Willikers, who was actually able to get that possible upset victory. Of course, due to the rematch nature, this was not made a triple threat matchup. John Willikers just has a very good seat at the table now. Can possibly look at the back here to see as Midas, weird naked choke locked in and looking for that possible sleeper-like situation, but instead Tristan Silva, big super kick, just charging into Midas as Midas takes out the leg from underneath and just starts pounding in. Looking at the legs, didn't really appreciate that super kick, I guess, trying to take the power out. As you can see, Midas already with 2 submissions locked in. I did not expect to see him try to adapt his game plan so quickly. As Tristan Silva still sort of slowing down the pace, you can see his power still on display, dropping from around 7 feet in the air, more than likely, all the way just straight on his face. So to appreciate that, but Midas back up on his feet, getting caught with that super kick yet again. You might see Tristan Silva trying to wear down that chin. Look for that knockout soon enough. And now Midas calling him up on his feet from behind. Goes underneath. Death by elbow. But still squirming, still moving, not able to capitalize with that knockout. Silva taking some time to get back up as Midas just sort of stands in amazement and already gets dropped by Tristan Silva. Deadlift all the way back up yet again. At that point, what do you even do? When you're already 7 feet up in the air, what do you do? As now Tristan Silva looking for his own submission, locked in, but no. Midas moves all the way back around. We've seen those go into pinfalls before, but of course, due to the nature of this matchup, is not able to be capitalized on. Midas trying to get back in this matchup, throwing some elbows, but instead gets caught with a neck breaker by Tristan Silva. Jumping into the knee drop. And now rolls all the way through. Submission locked in once again, that dragon sleeper. If Tristan Silva is able to win the Pure Wrestling title here tonight, he will be added to a short list of two-time champions. And not only that, he'd actually be possibly the longest reigning pure wrestling champion by combined reign on a single reign. I believe it still might be Kenji. If not, it is Tristan Silva himself. But that roll through guillotine now locked in onto Chris Midas. A lot of damage done so far. Finally having to let go. Midas wasn't going to give up that easily. Looking to get him back up on his feet. Hammering in those knee strikes back underneath the jaw. And I think Midas might have got busted open there. But now, once again, Silva rolls all the way through face first. As Silva isn't necessarily looking just to win this title back. He's looking to leave no doubt between him and Chris Midas. I think no matter what this matchup ends up being, there won't be much debate. As Midas having to charge everything together, trying to put every single bit and piece into his move. Silva back up in position. Possibly looking running knee, but no, caught, catching, air raid crash. It's now Silva looking to charge through. There's only so many blemishes on Tristan Silva's career. It would be absolutely crazy to see him lose not only the title, but his rematch for the title. But Midas able to count out. We can't count him out just yet. Midas possibly looking for that death by elbow once again. Instead, oh my gosh. That jump completely over by Tristan Silva knocks out Chris Midas. Knocks him down onto the ground. Match still continuing. Looking to wear him down, nearly completely. Tristan Silva looking to put him on the roller yet again. And now locking in, but no, in the ropes. Dragon Sleeper will not be able to cut it. Blood on the face of Midas, sending him off the ropes now. Straight jacket German. Checking shoulders, back and forth, that running super kick yet again off the ropes. Comboing up with those leg drops. over there. As now Tristan Silva locks in all the way, grabbing at the feet now, trying to make Midas tap out. We saw early on that Midas was sort of holding in on the submissions-heavy game plan. I think that has completely shifted now to Tristan Silva as he's trying to make Midas tap out, but Midas able to get out of it, looking for that knee strike, not able to fully connect. Oh, into the corner. Just starts stomping, rubbing the knee. And oh, knee strike connects in a blink of an eye and you'll miss it. Tristan Silva is now a two-time Pure Wrestling champion. You can see some of the highlights from this matchup. Relatively split between the two, but there were some moments where Tristan Silva just was able to get that little bit of offense in, that little bit of reversal he needed to get that separation, and was finally able to connect with that knee strike, knocking Chris Midas out and becoming a two-time champion. Tristan Silva now has that opportunity to go and celebrate his title win tonight as we now move on to the next matchup of the evening.
Look, we stay strapped with crook from way back that took the game back. You shook, remain fat, top of the world. Stop knocking the girl, she in the drop with Ready Rock locking the burl. Fish scalp the hair on, live well from here on. $500,000 your grill, of course we bear on. Thinking that this rap is just word, till I pull up in they curve, pull a desk.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Coming to the ring first, she is a freak in a different way to the way. She is one half of Angel Dust. She is Melody Psycho. And her opponent here tonight Isabella Ventura. Match about to get underway. It is your final non-title matchup, and we've already had two. Following this, we'll have your junior heavyweight title, your women's title, and then the world title. It's going to be some incredible matches still to come here to this evening. But right now, we are in the ring. Bella Ventura and Melody Psycho going at it. Of course, this is another one of the open door matches between Honor Bound COH, our 4-count partnership, and Melody going up and over trying to connect, but instead Ventura able to dodge out of the way, not able to dodge that clothesline to the outside. And oh, big drop kick sending her into the apron. I once heard, when you hear the glass, it's your behind. Gotta keep it PG for the kids. But that could very easily be the case here tonight for Isabella Ventura, but no. Actually lifting Melody up, as I think we have Isabella, by all means, the matriarch of the division. She has done it all. You have to stand. Melody, on the other hand, has sort of that punk nature to her. She hasn't earned it, and she doesn't really care to. And to a certain extent, I think you have to sort of commend that sort of mentality in the face of someone like Isabella Ventura. Someone who can walk up and say, I know that I haven't earned it, but I'm just going to take it. But that is only a good mentality if you win. And right now, Bella in the corner drives her face first into that turnbuckle. So we might be looking at the greatest hits on display, but only a 2 count. Has been Ventura. Bella breaker. Face first off the knees, now into the cover for a 2. One of those moves you look to finish with. In fact, Melody is even still in this matchup right now. Is a little amazing as now Melody with that snapping neck breaker. But still a kick out at 2. As Melody might have found English. Has found her target, and Ventura focusing heavily in on that neck, as you can see, could possibly be, for one, very beneficial with that bridging neck breaker. But is also one of the major reasons that Ventura has retired to the extent she has. She has said on many occasions that her neck is held together by paper mache and paper clips. So even being in this ring right now with someone who can be as violent with the Osaka Street Cutter as Melody is just dangerous. But still finding a way to kick out. As now Melody comboing everything up together that she can. Going for that big strike, pushed away. Spine to the pine. Shades of our women's champion, Tilly Barker there. As now trying to hold it together, Ventura sending her into the corner. We could possibly be looking. No, instead rolls through Melody. Kind of had that move scouted at this point. It's kind of the downside of being as well known as Ventura is. In light of some of these new upstarts in Melody, who can, look at so much tape. Look at your greatest hits in a sense. But then He also just had that experience to move out of those drop kicks like that, but now Melody snaps suplex. Kick to the head now. Spilling to the outside just for a moment, as now Melody gets the upper hand on the come back in. Right by the legs. Now just stomping at the arms viciously. Taking her all the way back, the bridge to the snap of that neck breaker. Into the cover now, 1, 2, 3, and Melody Psycho picks up the win. That is 2 wins on the evening for Angel Dust. Incredible matchup there. Big win for Melody moving forward. So now Ventura now probably going to go set her sights on Girthquake at WrestleCade. But Melody has her own things set in the future, whether that be Tilly again or Maria. That AMO Women's Champion might be looking at her contender as we move on to our next matchup of the evening. The following contest is for your AMO Wrestling Junior Heavyweight Championship. Coming to the ring first, he is Christopher Garcia. And his opponent and the junior heavyweight champion, the last hero, Leon Stark.
Ready for fight, I'm the last one that said the word.
Title on display. On one side you have Christopher Garcia, the other the only champion for almost 200 days, Leon Stark. Christopher Garcia has one goal in mind: become the second ever to do it. These two men share a lot of similarities in the ring. The question is, if iron sharpens iron, then who can walk out here tonight? Liam Stark having to hand the title over now. Christopher Garcia seeing one last glimpse before possibly calling it his. Ref sounds for the bell. They meet and German to start off as Christopher Garcia goes underneath. Stark back up to his feet, goes for that chop, doesn't fully connect, gets that forearm instead. Lock up quick, running into a Meteora. Now sliding in to position. Now Stark slamming him at that top turnbuckle, discarding him in the same sense. Going for that kick, moving out of the way. Garcia grabbing on. Not gonna be able to get any real offense in from there. Instead, snapmare, arm lock. Wrenching in tightly. This is more technical, slower pace than their first matchup. I think that just comes with a sense of familiarity. A Stark double knees into the corner there, almost reminiscent of that Meteor, as now Garcia up on his feet. Oh gosh! Goes straight for the leg as Stark having to roll out to the apron. Getting back inside the ring, but straight into positioning as that gourd buster. But no kick out there by Leon Stark. I believe that was a gourd buster. Stark in control of the matchup right now, but no, Garcia throwing those elbows straight into the stomach, getting that point of separation. Those points of separation are so pivotal because it's hard to transition from a moment of submission to dominance without fully resetting. But right now Stark has capitalized on that spacing into the lost equilibrium. Only getting a 2 following that lost equilibrium. And now, all the way around, Salida del Sol. Going for covered there. Stark possibly looking for that cover yet again still. Kick out at 2. High tension situations. Garcia has to find a point to get this momentum back on his side. Looking for lost equilibrium, but no, shoved off. Big knee strike. Nearly consumes the face of Leon Stark. Now top rope onto, no, couldn't get the right angle he wanted because of the ropes. Instead, Stark back in control. Single leg drop kick. Jawbreaker there. Oh, kick to that inside of the knee. And Garcia finally finding that combo into the cover. 1, 2. No, kick out at 2. He's going to need to find that last little bit if he's going to win this matchup. Hauling Stark up to his feet. Kick to the midsection. Pump handle, sit out driver. 1, 2, 3, and he does it. Christopher Garcia has done it. Out of almost complete nowhere, Garcia finds it. Finds his place, finds his moment to finally capitalize, and capitalize he has done, as we are looking at a new junior heavyweight champion. And Christopher Garcia, the second champion to change hands tonight. As now we move on to our next matchup of the evening.
I hit the bottom so fast that my head was spinning round for days. Now I gotta go it alone, but I will never give up. No, I'll never give up.
The following contest is for your AMO Wrestling Women's Championship. Coming to the ring first is your challenger. She is Lucha Things. She is Maria Garcia. And your champion, the Matt Demon, Tilly Barker. big matchup underway. We saw this matchup earlier this month, in which Maria picked up the upset victory over the champ and has rode a huge wave of momentum ever since. This time, championship on the line, as Maria Garcia looks to finally hoist that AMO Women's Championship. That title has eluded her for years at this point. At the 2-year anniversary, she might be able to finally walk away with the title. But on the other hand, Tilly Barker has been looking to shape this division in her own image. Can she continue in doing so? Have to see. Rev holding up the belt. And the matchup is underway. Lockup, and you can just see the strength advantage clearly going in Tilly's favor. Having Maria pressed up into the corner, and oh, strike there. You can see Tilly not only has that strength advantage, but right now Maria pushing herself. This time we get a clean break. But Tilly not holding any love lost. With Maria stepping back up into that corner once again. Ref gonna have to break it up for a third time. And oh, big kick back into the stomach. Setting her up on the ropes, going for that kick to the midsection, no caught. Tilly trying to push her away, instead caught into a Hurricane Rana. Leg caught, dragon screw. Going for a kick now, and exchange of dragon screws on display. Now Maria on the ground, looking for a cover now. Early is Tilly, but not even really a 1 count there. Still exchanging the back and forth, and ooh, champ showing that power on display. And oh, hyperextending that arm. A technical side has been very beneficial for Donovan McNeil tonight, has been very beneficial for Tristan as well. Can Tilly be that same beneficiary in the face of Maria? She might need to start focusing a little bit more in on the legs, as you can just see, using them kicking, getting that momentum on her side, getting that sort of, pull and push with those Hurricane Ranas into that satellite DDT as well. And just kind of driving in with the pin there, but not a lot to really drive in with. We only get the 1 count. So now Tilly, head bouncing off the turnbuckle. Maria in a daze onto the mat. But now 619. It was a full escapade of 619s that got Maria into this matchup. But Tilly still able to kick out. Back elbow. Trying to go all the way underneath, and ooh, single leg drop kick there. And Tilly falls to the outside. elbows still continuing in. Both women back inside the ring. Maria, inverted Frankensteiner. Head first goes Tilly. Sending her off the ropes now. Punch straight to the face. Maria trying to combo everything up together once again, but Tilly just rolls through. It's one very distinct thing that I noticed that sort of sets Tilly is that ability to just kind of absorb offense. Her ability to roll through, roll with the punches. You know, you don't walk into a fight saying you're going to walk out clean. You walk out of the fight trying to have the other person walk out worse, if walking out at all, but Maria with that cartwheel Pele kick, fully connecting into a cover for a 2. It could have very easily been 3. And comboing it up once again, cartwheel Pele into the cover. 1, 2, can Maria do it? No! Just a 2 count. Some fans in disbelief, but they're all standing up on their feet for these 2 women. Going for a kick, caught. Maria simply might just have Tilly's number here tonight. Ref at a count of 3. We're going to have to get back inside the ring quickly. Maria first want to be kind of tossed inside the ring, gets up on her feet quickly. But Tilly able to kind of sit down, needs to find a way to capitalize here. No, back and forth. Tilly, no, back and forth still, up and over. Tilly might have been looking for that spine buster, or maybe even that back suplex, but instead, Maria capitalizes with the 619 into the cover for the win. You see that struggle towards the end. They both had something that they wanted to hit. That's when speed kills. And that speed was the friend of Maria Garcia, who is now your AMO Wrestling Women's Champion. And a matchup on display as Maria can walk out here tonight holding the gold. 3 new champs here tonight. So far, the only team to hold on to the gold is the tag team champions in the Pit Crew. Is that going to be the case for our main event tonight? We can only see as we move on to our next matchup of the evening, as Maria now holding gold here in AMO.
Plug in, your phone's gonna die.
Principal Brown?
Oh, Principal Brown was my dad. You can just call me Jordan.
No thank you. Principal Brown?
Yes.
Do you have a phone charger?
No, I don't. Got like 13. Yeah, here. There you go. Catch.
I know you could do that from that angle.
Oh wait, what did I miss?
Go back, actually.
Start that.
It's start right
Up there.
Oh, if you guys want to listen to your music, I can just plug it in up here. Was that Cardi B?
Sucking on my titties like you wanted me, calling me all the time like blondie. Check out my Chrissy behind, it's fine all of the time, like sex on the beaches. What else is in the teachers of peaches? Huh, what?
Shaq Jesus.
Fucking.
Shaq Jesus. Shaq Jesus. Shaq Jesus. Shaq Jesus.
Following contest is for your AMO Wrestling World Championship. Coming to the ring is your challenger. He represents Harlem World. Shaq Hollow.
I just been so hot that I've been moving low key. Put Prius in my blunt, ain't smoking no more OG. It was fun and games, now it's back to controlling. Cause I'm a fucking star. Dead niggas all up in my sock. Dead niggas all up on my car. Anger in my thoughts, no trust up in my heart. Told my fucking niggas it's to the fucking top. Put it on my niggas, I can't stop going hard. I said pull up to my body shop and get a paint job, bitch. Or don't call this mechanic for the face job, bitch. I hate to be explicit, I need FaceTime, bitch. Why I say bitch so much, let me explain it. It's the only word where I could feel and hear all my anger. It ain't got nothing to do with like bitches. It's just bitch. I live a mob boy lifestyle. Killers on speed dial. Don't fuck with Shaq West. We gon' break it G down. Call that bitch 2K. How she blow me out? Shoot it on the 4K. Might just put the leak out. Hot boy lifestyle. Pull up with them things out.
And his opponent, the champion, the Pillar, Kenji Kobayashi. Tomorrow my voice will be gone, but it will be gone and happy. This is the last matchup before our break. Your short break, don't worry, we will still have content on the channel, I'm sure. Announcements on Twitter. But as for weekly episodes, this match is gonna have to hold you over, and I cannot think of a match to do a better job of so. Who is going to walk out your AMO Wrestling champion? Is it going to remain and still Kenji Kobayashi? Or is it going to be and new for a two-time champion in Shek Hollow? Let us know as this matchup is about to get started. And the ref sounds for the bell, and Shek charges Adam Kenji in his way. Kenji takes him down early on in this matchup. Jumps, stomps with the foot. Kenji trying to ride on with this display, going for a punch instead. Shek Hollow, but Kenji back up on his feet, taking him out. Oh, and Shek just popping him up, European uppercut, both men throwing haymakers early on in this matchup. Sometimes I just kind of get distracted at the awe in this competition. The Colossus on display, planting him all the way down. One, but no. Kenji in the ropes. Schoolboy roll up there. Shek possibly looking desperate early on in this matchup. I don't necessarily believe that to be the case fully. I think he still has that little bit of confidence and swagger to him, bouncing off the rope, showing us that ball and elbow drop. Getting Kenji back up on his feet now. And hanging him out to dry. Kenji trying to get back in control. Now just trying to hold on to it. That's what he's trying to do with momentum. That's also what they say about holding championships. It's one thing to win a title, it's another thing to hold on to it. Can Kenji do so here tonight? We've already seen so many new champions. And no jumping, diving. As now Shek possibly looking for a second ball and elbow drop this evening. Ah, no! Deadlift position into the power slam. Back down to the mat. But Kenji taking this opportunity has really just been sort of pounding it into no! Flipping it all the way back around Shek Hollow. No, back and forth. Once again, that lariat on display. Oh, that was a solid 2 count off the lariat. I know Shek might just be thinking, how is that not 3? At the same time. Shek had to expect to hit way more than just that. As now Kenji, brain buster on display. Head over heels, and now lariat of his own, burning lariat into the cover. He's only able to get the 2 count, but Kenji Kobayashi now riling it all together. Shek just starting to club into the turnbuckle. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. He didn't even want the count to count with him. Picking up those double knees into the back of Kenji, but Kenji getting him all the way up. That brainbuster rings home yet again. That always has to hurt. In the corner, really locking and loading that lariat, unleashed once again. 1, 2. Still only a 2 count from that lariat. That heel toss now. Big punch there by Shek. Kenji brought down to a knee for a moment. Now catch into a suplex. Shek thought he might be looking for Purple Haze. Instead, reversed by Kenji. Belly to belly over the head. Now Kenji setting up. Kick to the midsection. Pump handle Death Valley driver. 1, 2. Still only getting that 2 count. Shek Hollow. While I don't think this has necessarily been his offensive game plan throughout, he has still been able to absorb so much damage as he rolls to the outside. Now Kenji and Shek fully outside now. Bringing him inside the ring, calling him up to his feet. But no, this time Shek thought he might be going for a body slam, the world's strongest, world's whatever he wants to call it, but instead just kind of drops him down. Gives Kenji an opportunity to get back in this matchup here. Big strike to the face into that backbreaker. Is now wrenching in. Knee on vertebrae for Kenji. At any moment, we could be seeing the end of this matchup for these two men. Shek getting up on his feet. What's he gonna look for here? But no, Kenji with the speed. Sending him over into the corner. Lightning chops back and forth. Kick to the midsection. Shek all the way up. And just tossing him with a powerbomb, nearly taking out the ref, as now Kenji rolls to the outside, and that That's where the frustration has to set in for Shaq Hollow. Calling it back in the ring. Belly to belly once again. Cover there, Kenji swinging wildly with the kick, trying to get caught by Shaq instead. All the way back around, that brain buster once again. And this could be it with this cover. 2. Kick out at 2. As Kenji now backs up looking for that lariat for the last time. Hasn't been able to create that dent in the armor, but continuously. 3. Continuously, Kenji Kobayashi has been able to not only create that dent, but has landed the final blow. As Kenji Kobayashi is still your AMO Wrestling World Champion. Who is going to be his next challenger? What is next in the life of AMO? There's only one way to find out. And that is simply for you to hashtag watch AMO. We will see you next time.